Hey guys, notice anything different? Perfect time to go last video and look at my hair. I got cut and re-highlighted today, and I was a bit nervous about going this short because I haven't been like this short since I was like in 6th grade. But I actually really like it. I think that, you know, it was kind of spunky and it looks nice on me. So I hope you guys like it too. If you don't say anything. Don't ruin the good mood. And okay. This video is about polycystic ovarian syndrome, and the reason why I did this is I mentioned it in my last video that I have polycystic ovarian syndrome, and a girl asked me if I could do a video related to polycystic ovarian syndrome and like how it affects your weight and weight loss and all that kind of stuff. And I mean, she asked in really simple terms. I just happened to like make it really crazy and long, but I thought it was a really good opportunity because I haven't really talked about, you know, polycystic ovarian syndrome and stuff like that. And I think that it is an important part of why I gained weight and partially why I lost weight. So I'd really like to put this out there. Also, I think it'd be a great way for you guys to learn some information because I think a lot of girls my age don't really know what polycystic ovarian syndrome is. I mean, some health teachers teach it, some don't. A lot of mine didn't. And for all you know that you could have it, don't worry, it's not like a really deadly disease or anything, but you know, you could have it this whole time. Maybe that's a reason why you can't lose weight. And if you just go book a visit with your gynecologist and bring it up and kind of talk about it, you know, you might actually have it and you could get treated and easy as pie. So just kind of put that out there, educate my fellow peers, and so I'm going to get started. Polycystic ovarian syndrome, what it is the follicles in your ovaries, they're like little fluid-filled sacs that have the eggs in it. When you have polycystic ovarian syndrome, those follicles will like clump together and create like lumps or cysts, and then the egg inside, sorry, I talk with my hands, I'm Belgian. Go Belgium. The egg inside will mature, but it won't actually break out, so that's why you're not having your period. And that's why sometimes, a friend of mine even, she has a lot of ovarian cysts, and sometimes they can be like really painful, and I feel so bad for her. But I've never had like a really painful ovarian cyst that I know of. But I think another thing is when you do have your period, all that extra stuff just kind of comes out, so it's like really heavy. And I mean, it's really, again, I'm at a loss for words. Just unfortunate, because, like, I'm going to tell you, like, my whole story on this. So, I had my period kind of late, considering that all of the girls in my family were relatively really early bloomers. Like, my mom and my sister, like, sprouted their boobs when they were in elementary school. And, like, me, it took, like, forever. They had their periods when they were like 12, and then here I was, I got my first period when I was like in 8th or 9th grade, which I know some people are like, that's not too late, but if you look at my family, like everyone else, it just didn't seem like something that was likely to, yeah, and it didn't make sense, because even before then, I had like a lot of signs of puberty, like, I mean, I was chubby, so I had like fat kid boobs. But I did start to grow boobs and then all the other stuff, and my voice started to go like more mature. I don't want to say down because it's gonna make me sound like I'm a boy. Hello. And yeah, I used to have like a really squeaky voice, like no one could understand what I said. And basically my period just didn't come. And I don't know, like this is really stupid. You know how in what's it called? Carrie. like how she gets her period in the shower at school and people start like throwing stuff at her, but whatever, that's not the point. She goes to her mom and her mom like locks her in a closet and like makes her pray because she's like you have the curse of blood, and, like, because the only way you can get your period is if like you've been thinking bad things and the devil has gotten you. So I was kind of thinking that I'm like special or something because I haven't got my period. I'm like, maybe that's it. But no, that wasn't it. I wish. But, and then I did get my period. And what they're going to tell you when you get your period is the first 2 years is going to be really kind of, you know, touch and go. You're not going to have a really steady cycle. Like, it's not going to happen at the same time. And mine was like really weird because even at the start, I would have it like skip 2 months, something like that. And there was actually, in like 10th grade, I think, a whole year, or 10th or 9th grade, one of those grades, a whole year, like a school year, I didn't have a period. And I mean, don't get me wrong, like, you're kind of like, hey, because there's like no blood and no cramps, but at the same time, you're kind of like really scared because you're gaining like this weight, and you know it's like really unhealthy at the same time. So, I mean, I probably put it off a bit longer than I should. And then I started to do some research on the computer about, you know, like period delays and all that kind of stuff because I was wondering because my symptoms seemed kind of weird. So, and then I looked, and doctors hate me because I'm the kind of kid that goes online and like self-diagnoses. So a lot of times that's bad, but I was right this time. So, meh. And, so I went to the doc, like I did all this research, found out what it was. I was like 100% positive that I had polycystic ovarian syndrome. Went to my doctor, told my doctor, she sent me to the gynecologist. I went to the gynecologist, I told my gynecologist, and then she actually agreed with me, and she thought like I was like a little genius, because little chubby kid comes in like knowing what she has, and she was like quizzing me and all this kind of stuff. And, so yeah, and then I started to get treatment. When I started with treatment, it was metformin, which is a drug used for diabetes, which it also helps because I have insulin resistance, which my body can't really process, like glucose and insulin and stuff like that. Kind of like I have diabetes, but I don't. Like, my body mimics it, but yeah. I won't go into like diabetic shock or anything like that, or stuff like diabetics have. It's really weird. And so I started with that. And little side note here, if you ever have to go on that, be really careful what you eat, because you have really bad diarrhea and it will suck. Like, it hits you like that at first, but trust me, even though that's scary, it's like awesome. Like, it helps you so much. And then I was also on progesterone to kind of get my periods going. And after that, I got off the progesterone and I got onto birth control. And I was on birth control for a couple years. And I'm still on metformin, by the way. I don't think I'm ever going to get off that anytime soon, but I don't really, you know, if it's something that helps me, I don't mind taking 3 pills a day, you know? So I have to take one at each meal. So you have to eat them with food and then take them. And, then, after a while, I started to get, like, more normal periods than what I had. So I was like, okay, Mom, I think I might want to get off the birth control because I don't really need it. I mean, I don't need it. And it was just kind of getting, because then I was taking, like, you know, like, pills with my anxiety and pills with that. So I wanted to kind of get off a lot of pills. So if there was a pill that I could cut off, I wanted to. So I got off of that. I've been off of that for like maybe like 4 or 5 months now. And my periods have been okay, but I mean, right now mine is like 3 days late. And what sucks is like you get really puffy and like all that kind of stuff. You don't get it. So now it's just kind of like time bomb waiting. Sucks. But yeah, a lot of talk about periods. So basically, I wanted to tell you guys that it's kind of like my experience, and what the metformin did for me was but when I had polycystic ovarian syndrome, it wouldn't matter what I ate. If I ate healthy, if I ate bad, I would only gain weight. Even if I ate healthy, I'd gain weight. And what the metformin did was it put me on an equal playing field. So if I was to eat bad, I'd gain weight. But if I ate good, I could lose some weight. Like, there was that possibility. But for the first, like, I don't know, like 2 years I took it, I didn't actually like eat healthy, so I was taking it and I didn't lose weight, and I was like, oh, because when they tell you can take metformin, they're like, you might lose some weight. And I was like, yes. Then I didn't, and then I completely started my whole weight loss thing, and then I started losing all my weight and healthy, and yeah. So there are a lot of different symptoms. A lot of them are kind of embarrassing for some people. Obviously there's a period. Your period is a huge role, and so is your weight in this. But there are a lot of other things like hirsutism and stuff that, yeah. This is already a 10-minute video. So I'm going to put a Wikipedia thing in the bottom bar. And it's going to tell you the overview of what polycystic ovarian syndrome is and symptoms and stuff like that. And if it rings a bell, this video is just to help. Just go out, see your gynecologist. And, just better safe than sorry, right? Yeah. So I hope you guys are having a good day and more suggestions for the future. And I'll see you later.